Okay, my name is Ido Naor. I'm from Israel, and I'm a principal security researcher at the global research and analysis team, Kaspersky. So what I do basically is I'm doing research about APTs, who are groups of hackers targeting mainly Israel, Middle East, and that's my main focus, where I'm based of. And most of them are, the attackers are around Israel, which makes it easier for us to collect the information, to understand the goal, the motivation, and that's the main thing. Well, so as Israel, political-wise, is problematic, is in a problematic place. We have a lot of enemies around us, and in cybersecurity specifically. So mainly in cybersecurity, we see a lot of attacks coming from the borders, from Gaza, from Iran, mainly espionage campaigns trying to collect information. In the past years, we had 3 attempts that were actually out in the public about Iranian attacks trying to actually collect information about Israeli citizens, about Israeli entities, about companies, about organizations, and mainly from Gaza we see a lot of campaigns attacking soldiers, attacking the army, trying to collect information about bases, about how do we do what we do around their area. So there was a number of research articles that we released, and other companies as well. And in these articles, we streamlined the flow of how they are attacking, whether through mobile, through web, and what are the features that they are looking for. Are they looking for pictures and images, which soldiers are taking with their phones, tracking and recording the surrounding, taking credentials from these soldiers, looking for apps related to military service, and so on and so forth. No, I don't think there is a problem. It's a global problem that we have. It's been there for years, and since cybersecurity is there, and every resident in Israel has a phone and a car and a smart house or whatever, so he's trackable. He's there, so they can notice it. They can create like an operation around it. So, for example, the last operation that we saw was an operation called Op Jerusalem, and this operation mainly revolved around hackers targeting a feature which is implemented in more than 1 million pages in Israel. So this feature was actually for people who are disabled. They were looking for accessibility features in websites, and what the attacker did, they hacked into the domain of the company of that feature, and they replaced the IP address of that feature with their IP address. The result was that over 1 million pages were affected with this propaganda. And these kind of stuff are seen almost every week, every month, attempting to, scare the residents, or influence how we think, how we elect our next prime minister. Everything revolves around it. So our talk is basically around attackers from Iran, following or trying to eavesdrop the conversations and content of Israeli residents' phones. Through that research, we actually found a way to get to the attackers themselves, and we're actually going to attribute in our talk who is behind the attack, what they were doing, what were their motivation, where are they based, and actually going to show a way and how to track them. I think it's a very interesting topic, and I think a lot of people or a lot of experts are trying to make it work. However, it's not all about us experts, and sometimes these pieces of information need to go or need to stream through the legal departments and PR departments, and it's not always simple. It's not always like, hey, here's a sample, take this, use that. But we try our best to do everything in trusted channels, and replace information with each other over secure clients that we're working with. And I think the current situation is that there is much around collaboration. The first impression was rather vague. So I came, I wasn't a speaker. I was only 2 months in the company. I didn't really know who's going to attend, who are the people, even if there were significant people in cybersecurity. I didn't know how to connect or link their Twitter, for example, with their face, which is something that was built through time. And the first one was probably blurred. I don't know if I remember all of it. But as we went through, I think SAS became such a significant conference. Being here, speaking here, not even on stage, like in the corridors, talking to people. The people who are coming here are so special. They are the ones who are, I think, are very security driven. We have a vision here. Like we're not here just for commercializing, just for making a buzz, going on doing a lot of publication. We're there because everyone are there, but we're here actually to make a change, and it's done. We can see it. We can see that research coming out from here is not something that you can actually compare to any other conference who are trying to make a buzz from something. And even sometimes we must release some publications because of reasons that are not for that video, but it just means that what we have here is special, is important. It's something that a lot of people outside the conference are very, very interested in, and that's something that not happens in other conferences. Also, invite only, special places, special activities, special people. Wow, my kids will be older. I'll be much more sophisticated. I think 2028 is too far to look at. I hope we won't be cyborgs by that time. But when I see like 5 years from now or 10 years from now, maybe 10 is too much, 5 years from now, we're just going to get better and better. If you look at the 10th, or if you look at the 9th and the 8th, and you look at now, we are far more sophisticated. We're far more aware of what we need to do, which content we need to bring in, which people we need to bring in, how we can better review each one of the talks, how we choose the place, how we strike the agenda. Everything is much more sorted than it used to be, and I think it's natural. Once you go from one end to another, you get more and more smarter. So that's us humans, and I just think naturally it will be better than what we have now.